Good morning. The plan today is to get some work done. I just packed up all my stuff, finished with that, and the sun is approaching my area, so I really gotta hurry up and get the fuck out of here before Edward 2 starts pissing me off and bugging me. But I'm trying that new trail mix I got. I got my last Cliff Bar right there. I'm gonna go and see Mount Rushmore, and after I see that shit, I'm gonna go and head more south towards the Little Devil's Tower and see that. And then I'm gonna start headed south towards Colorado through Nebraska, or maybe I'll cut into Wyoming and get there. I mean, as long as I get to Colorado, shit would be cool because there's a bunch of Costco's down there. I'm cutting it close here, and those tree nuts were actually pretty good, but I do have a bit of a sore throat from them. But it's not as bad as when I eat almonds. I just might straight up be allergic to tree nuts or some shit. Edward's gonna be really pissed at me about, revealing my weaknesses, but hey man, maybe I can build a tolerance to them. Like, that's how it works, right? You get bit by a snake once, you almost die. You get bit by the same snake type again, and then you get superpowers or some shit. There's a venue that YSB would perform at. Speaking of YSB, I put YSB, all three members, right up there, and there doesn't need to be a fourth, just the three of them is fine. I just can't believe that they had to resort to having aliens help them construct this thing. I don't know, I feel like it just could have been done with explosives and stuff, but whatever, what do I know? Yeah, my plain Jane AP be presidential, you feel me? Just gotta take some stairs to get to the elevators. That's handicap accessible. Dumb. Yo. Here's some teepees, but where's the wigwams, bruh? This is like a pretty cool spot that YSB could record one of their multi-platinum hit singles at. Like, the reverb in here is pretty dope. Cool stuff about Abe Lincoln. You can thank him for the rap music that we have today. I think that he said something like a two-party system would destroy our country. Gotta say, I think Abe Lincoln was quite right about that. A Republican, by the way. Bring back that $5 footlong, damn it. Yeah, I honestly didn't really know who that guy was. No wonder he's tucked back there. This place honestly looks a lot different than how Phineas and Ferb depicted it. Look at this big old rock. I would like to take it and throw it off of a bridge. Yeah, just imagine the success you'd have with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson rock fishing with one of these bad boys on you. You'd be able to get so many fish with one of these guys on you.
Lincoln was supposed to be on his left shoulder. Jefferson was supposed to be on his right. Roosevelt wasn't.
Y'all, I'm using a presidential elevator. Let's get it. Hey man, I'm using a presidential toilet. If you ever get the chance to use a more low-key bathroom, always do it. They're like so much more cleaner. Like, look at this. There's no piss in the ground, no piss in the seat. It's turned. This is why I always open door handles at the bottom. As you can see, everybody grabs it from up top. Not right here. More clean.
forced you to learn these things, it's up to us as relatives, as parents, to give our children every opportunity to share it or to learn it by example, by taking them and showing them.
So that's all the rubble from the explosions that aliens had to do to create this. It's getting really busy out here now. I'm heading out to my next trail spot. What's up, Patrick? Before I head up into this trail, I'm about to make myself a tuna fish sandwich. If only I had a can opener. Just kidding, I thought about a lot of stuff for this trip. That is a red-winged blackbird right there. They nest in these little cattails. When I was exiting the Mount Rushmore Memorial, there's a guy set up at a table handing these out for free, yet his whole thing was, yes, we're just really trying to spread a positive message and, you know, take Cash App donations and also Venmo and cash donations. Bro even asked me for a flippin' like gift card or some shit like that, which was just ridiculous. But I'm just trying to take these out of circulation, man, because when I left, before I left, he had me recite a 3-word phrase, and then I just felt a whole wave of negativity rush over me. And like I was about to take a hard copy of this one, and then he gave me this one because like this one hit the ground or whatever. I was planning on like leaving them somewhere and just being like thinking it funny, like some white girl's gonna come across it like, wow, like I know it's karma, like this is meant for me right here. But no, I don't want anybody else to get a hand on this shit. It's fucking bullshit. When I got in my car, man, it was all messing up. I had to pull off to the side, turn on my hazards. I started praying to Jesus. Jesus got me here, not this stupid spirituality bullshit. So I'm gonna go throw these in the trash. I threw the tuna can in the recycling because metal's the only thing worth recycling. But these can just go in the trash for real. After I left the table, I felt a wave of negative energy hit me. That was the Holy Spirit telling me that I gotta get rid of these pronto. So, you know, I did what I could, getting them out of circulation without getting some curse put on me by that guy. But yeah, now I'm totally gonna go throw these out. Dude was talking about magic. Bro, that's witchcraft. Dude was trying to have me put a hex on myself, but Jesus can overcome any of that. Whoops. You know it's real when I got the MF trim hat on. Alright, let's go hike some trail. The grounds are all sparkly and shiny here. I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, this isn't really picking it up at all. This rock is huge. Camera does not do this justice. I actually used to be a big atheist back middle school, high school. It wasn't until senior year when I started to realize and discover new things that just really made the Bible make a lot of sense to me. Believe it or not, it was actually Edward who brought things forth to me to help me discover that the Bible is really an absolute truth. You see, Edward isn't somebody with a God complex, a superiority complex, or some sort of huge ego. And for me personally, that's what I find so terrifying about Edward. He really is an anomaly. Back in 2024, me and Edward, we were planning on doing a project together, but I found his ways to be far too extreme. So I had to take control and do it my way out here. In regards to Edward talking about blowing up the world, he's shown me his plans, he's told me his ideas. The scary thing is that it would actually fucking work. There's so many damn flies around here. Since Edward can see the world through my eyes, I'm trying to show him why maybe the world doesn't need to be blown up.
That would be quite a trip.
I don't know that I would even be able to stand up right in that
Well,
kind of thing.
you still rope.
You know, I got dizzy when they had that, they showed that on the video the other night.
He's scared of the way.
What, are you trying to get the bee? He's there.
Yeah, there's a bird over here now. Yes, he's not.
Here? That's where they let me go. Yeah, there's a blue thing down there.
I don't know, you guys, I get all the way up here and the earth still seems pretty flat to me. There's like actually quite a bit of rock climbing to get up to this point, so it's a bit technical to get up. It's crazy, I'm getting this view all to myself right now. Dumb! I swear this hat is so trim, and I really just gotta thank Jesus for getting me here, honestly. I don't really say that enough, but I should say it more. Alright, y'all, I'm finna head back down now. This was so turnt, though. Yeah, this was kind of technical here. It's a bit tricky, but that's all the rock climbing, really. Except for, whoa! Except for a bunch of other stuff you gotta do to get to the top. Yeah, this is all the stuff that's shining. It's just that it doesn't really pick up the shine here.
It's been a minute since I've done an update from the car here with Patrick, but I pulled up to the rest stop and it was all like 2-hour parking, 30-minute parking bullshit. So I was like, damn it, I can't sleep here. So I pulled up to Cracker Barrel. I'm probably gonna wake up to like some fucking manager dude or some shit tapping on my window like, yeah, dude, this is reserved for RVs and trailers only. It's like, bro, fuck you, man. I ain't have shit to go. Like, this was my, like, I just had to do what I had to for sleep, man. This is really not that chill of a night. There's like a fucking highway right next to this shit that I'm gonna be hearing. It's like a really busy one too. Yeah, this is not as chill as car camping at the trailhead or tenting up at that free dispersed camping site, you know. But hey, man, with some really with some really chill nights comes a lot of really not chill nights. This is one of those nights. You know, a lot of people, they say, I feel like a lot of people, they try to claim, yeah, dude, Colorado, that shit's cold over there, bro. Dude, no, it's hot as fucking balls here in Colorado. Like, it's fucking south, you know. But everybody makes, well, it's up in the mountains, dude, so it's like really cold. Shut the fuck up, dude. Look, when Colorado bites me from some cold, then I'll be like, yeah, Colorado can get pretty cold. But right now, where I'm at, this shit's fucking hot, bruh. Like, I'm not even sleeping in the sleeping bag tonight. I'm sleeping on top of this shit because I just can't go in there. I ate more of the fucking nuts and shit, and I think I'm just gonna restrict myself to eating those at night, so then I have to deal with like a itchy throat, like while I'm going to sleep, rather than like while I have to be awake. I didn't feel it as badly as I did this morning after I just ate them, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I'm just glad that my worst nightmare of a bunch of frat guys pulling up on me at that last campsite I was at didn't happen. I'm counting my blessings out here, bro. You know, I thank Jesus that he got me here safely, and I'm able to be sleeping right now. You know, I just got to figure out this new area because I haven't been here before for real, and I got to figure out where I can get parking at, set up campings at. My food situation is pretty set because I got Costco around here, so like I'll probably hit that shit up tomorrow, refill our gas, and then get something to eat, and like probably like get a box of fucking energy bars or some shit like that. I'll probably get one with the peanuts. They always sell some shit with fucking peanuts. I don't like peanuts. Why can't you just... But it's like the peanuts add so much to the fucking calories, I bet. Anyways, I'm fucking gonna like go to sleep here for real.
Packed up all my stuff. I'm about to eat some oats. I'm just gonna take the day to chill. I'm gonna go shower because I smell like shit. And then I'm gonna go to a public library, clear my phone of storage and shit. And then I'll probably eat at the Costco, refill on gas, get an oil change. Those are my goals. Stupid ass wild turkey over there. Posted up by the dog food because I'm a dog. I found this. This is like a total of like almost 8,000 calories. That's pretty cool. I just got a pizza and a hot dog. I just got my oil changed on my car thing. I'm finna like head over to a library after this. I don't even think I'm finna really buy nothing though, because like I had like already got stuff in my like fucking bare vault for real. Like I gotta eat some over that shit before I like really cash out on something. You feel me? I'm putting this back, but I swear it's only $15. Shit, yeah, you know I sip on the honey, bro. So after that scare I had yesterday, I was considering trading this car in for something else, and that's definitely what I'm doing. I gotta trade this shit in and get something else, man, because the SDB, I swear, it ain't gonna do me right. This stupid dumb bitch is fucking retarded. Like, it just doesn't fucking stop, bro. The transmission is literally about to blow up on me at any minute here. I swear. Y'all see anyone else trying to do cross-country trips, you're gonna see them only worrying about, what am I eating? Where am I going next? Where am I gonna sleep tonight? The fun problems. Mine are much greater. I gotta deal with so much more shit. But that's actually real. Fuck all y'all. And no one's even gonna be seeing this shit. I'ma probably get like fucking 20 views on these videos. I bet somebody else doing less, they gonna get thousands. But fuck it, I'ma keep on my grind. And you wanna know why? Because I'm a rock star! At the Planet Shitness parking lot, about to zan out. Tonight's supposed to be a strawberry moon. Happens like 45 to every 50 years. Looks pretty strawberry to me. Yeah, honestly, whenever these lunar events happen, I never really see the color that they speak of. Maybe I'm just not viewing it at the right time or something. Anyways, I just took a piss and I'm about to go to sleep. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna be taking my socks off here. Well, I already took one off, I'm taking the other off now. With the trip and where it's currently at, there's a lot of uncertainty to whether or not I even keep going, honestly, because I can't really afford another car trouble thing. I'm not sure about the transmission with this vehicle. I think I'll get it scanned tomorrow. I'll call up the Ford dealership that I was at and see if they saw anything about the transmission or have any word on it, if it's good or not. Maybe I do get a different car or something, but knowing me or whatever, it'd probably just lead to there being more problems with that vehicle. And then the trip would really be dead in the water, or I just keep on going with this thing and pray to Jesus that it doesn't die on me or fucking get me killed or something. I didn't really come out here to die or anything. I had a rough winter. Like, people, they crash out in really stupid ways. This is really just kind of my form of a crash out, where it's like, oh, fuck it all, I'm gonna go and do this trip. And I can't even crash out like that. Fucking classic. I've created a lot of things, and I think it would suck if I died without anyone really, like, uncovering it or finding it. It's not like I'm some person being like, oh no, like I deserve more praise. Oh, I'm a true artist. I mean, I will say, or give credit to my stuff, is that it's pretty fucking original. It's pretty fresh, pretty new. I think it's decent for what it is, at least. And I don't really care for, like, millions of followers or some shit. Like, I would love to have, like,
50,000 would be so tight. Like that's like big. That's like big fucking goals shit. It's 50,000, like people who just consistently keep up with what I'm doing. 20,000, that's like obtainable, even more tight. I would love that shit so much. I'm not really big on like taking money for fans or like nothing like that either. I'd never do some Patreon or like some monthly subscription thing. If I were to, I would do it like how Ethos Lab does it, where it's just like, yeah, this is your choice. I'm not, holding any strings attached or whatever. If anything, I would do merch, but I would sell the merch cheap. Like, however much it costs to make it, it would literally only be like $5 more or some shit. I couldn't cover your shipping for real. Shipping is fucking expensive. Yeah, shipping will get you, man. You think, oh yeah, I'm only spending like $20 right now, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm spending $29. What the fuck? Because this is the tax too, bro. But yeah, like with like the projects and stuff, like I can really, the lantern's dying again. I'll just have it be my, actually wait, I could just turn this on, real shit. Yeah. Just budget it out to what it exactly needs to be and like what cost or whatever, and then like some backup funds or whatever. But a lot of it would come out of my pocket, and it would be something that would be catered towards the community or whatever. Like, oh yeah, like you want to see more of my stuff, which is I guess how other creators do it. But I think more in terms like Film Cow, he's like the truest YouTube animator out there. And I mean, Pimations is also up there too. He's pretty solid, but bruh, Film Cow is so good. Jason Steele, his shit is so turnt. Fuck with Jason Steele. Like, his style is so consistent. I think that, he's in a really good spot. He's got like that iconic shit he's done, but then he has the shit for the real ones. But yeah, I'm finna hit the sack now. Thanks for sticking around if you did or whatever for this little tangent or rant. I just had to get some stuff off my chest for real. Let y'all know what it is. Keeping it real, keeping it honest. Peace out, gang. Catch you in the morning. I'm at the laundromat washing my clothes. I had to wait extra long because these Mexican ladies were using all 4 of the fucking medium washers. Nothing against Mexicans, of course. I don't have anything against them. They were just Mexican ladies using all 4 of the fucking medium washers. Anyways, I checked out the Subaru Forester at the dealership. I test drove it. It drove nice. It had some fucking like paneling missing. Like this shit right here was missing. So like all these fucking wires were exposed. This shit like right here was also missing. There was damage to the body, like hail damage, like a huge like chip like that big in like the back bumper. But whatever, man. All-wheel drive, drove nice. I was asking them about it. Looked up the Carfax, clean title, 2 owners. When it came to the deal, this car for a trade-in, they only offered me $1,500 for it, and I was like, no, the car, it's worth like $5,600 as a private seller on average. There's nothing wrong with it. Has rear view mirror, Bluetooth, blind spot assist, a lot of safety features. The brakes are good for another 10,000 miles highway or regular road driving. And also like the EPS, I got that fixed, so that's not even a concern anymore, which is like a problem with those cars, but I just dealt with that. So it's a really good car. I can't accept $1,500 for it. And the Subaru Forester, The out the door price was $7,500, like 32 some, but I'll just call it 7,500. And I was looking at the Carfax. I explained to them that, and I was just kind of sitting in silence for a bit. The lady I was working with, she actually dropped it down to 6,500 herself, which is like a bit of a red flag. But but yeah, like this lady, like she was nice, she was cool. She kind of reminded me of my stepmom. Like her whole setup was pink. Like her chair was pink, the chairs that I was sitting on were pink with these pink fluffy pillows. Even when I called her up, she was like, yeah, I'll be the one in the back corner with all the pink. And I was like, okay, bet. But basically, I was talking about the vehicle. I was like, yeah, there's the damage to it. And also, you said that there hasn't been an issue with the transmission, yet it's at high miles on it. So my concern is that the transmission is going to go out any minute, like after I purchase this thing, and then I'm going to be the one that has to deal with that. Like, I would prefer it if the transmission already had an issue and it was dealt with, honestly. And I was like, yeah, with my trade-in too, I know it's worth way more, and this is worth less. Realistically, I'm at 5,500, throwing out some lowball shit. You know how I get it done. But then she was like, no, that's not happening, which is like totally fair, you know what I mean? But I was just letting them know my place, like, I'm lower than that. And I was like, I could do like 6,200, but we were like discussing like buying it and stuff, and I wanted to finance it because like that's the most affordable thing I like could really do for somebody. Hey man, that's how you get shit. You buy shit you can't afford by financing it and paying off credit. That's how you get rich. No, that's how you stay poor. Anyways. But yeah, I would have rather financed it for sure. But since I'm unemployed, the banks, like they wouldn't get them anything. And also, if I want to do a cosign, they had to have the person physically there. I was like, you can't do a fax machine. I'm sure other places they would have allowed a fax, or, you know, allowed me to finance it if I just showed them my credit score, because my credit score is good. It's like 723 right now. That's solid. Anyways, talking about the deal, I'm like 6,200, like if you could do that. She was like, all right, so I'm gonna have you sign this here then. And the deal that she was doing was, if she could get it to 6,200, then that means that I would be paying full price cash and also trading my car in, and then I'd be legally obligated to buy the car if she could get it to 6,200. And I was like, I'm not signing anything. I'm just talking numbers with you here, you know. And I also explained, like, I don't even know if I can actually get the funds right now to purchase the vehicle. So, you know, like, I'm more at risk here because I have all my stuff in the car. I'm away from home, and you guys are at less risk than me. This is like a very risky deal for me. And she's like starting to like lose her patience with me. She's like, well, you came in, you wanted to buy a car. This is how like we're gonna buy the car. You're getting it for this price. And like, I think she was losing her patience with me because I knew what the fuck like was going on. I wasn't taking that deal. I was like, I gotta go. You mind if I go use the restroom? I gotta go think about this. So I ain't take a shit yet today. I took a shit in their toilet, and I thought I clogged it, but the water was like rising up. So like I used the plunger to try to unclog it, and then the fucking water starts like rising up. There's like poopy water like dripping out from under the floor. And I was like, bro, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is fucked up. I did it on accident. I can't be held legally accountable for that damage because I used the toilet how I normally fucking use the toilet. I didn't do anything on purpose or nothing. It was an accident. I didn't want that to happen. I just wanted to take a shit and flush it. But it didn't flush. Instead, the water fucking rose. What was I supposed to do? Anyways, I was like, I gotta get out of this fucking place. I go out to the desk. I'm taking pictures of the deal or whatever, just so like I could send it to my mom or whatever. And cause like she was looking at this one, she found it, so I was like, yeah, I'll just like show this as like proof of like what was going on or whatever. And like she saw that, like smile, wave, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to call you later. I might sign on it later today, but just right now I gotta make some calls and see what's going on with it. So I think that she respected it though. I think that she respected that like I didn't buy it and I stuck to my guns. And like, hey man, honestly, like getting a price like that at a dealership, like that's I feel like that's some good negotiation. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with myself and how I handled that. But yeah, man, when I was in that bathroom, I got that gut feeling, that intuition. That was the Holy Spirit telling me that it wasn't right, so I didn't go with it. There's been a lot of car talking segments like the past few, not even a few minutes, it's been a while. But I hope that the storytelling was linear, concise, and good. And I hope it was at least a bit entertaining, unlike those Tanamangu monologues that go on for fucking 23 minutes for some reason. Anyways, I'm going to wait for my laundry to get finished up. I'm going to go to a Costco and eat, and then I'll decide where I go from there. But I still got to call that Ford dealership, ask them about the scan that they did for my transmission. And in the coming days, I might get my car scanned to see if there is something up with the transmission. But honestly, I might not even have a transmission issue. And bro, if I were to pay in cash out of pocket for a new vehicle, that would cost more than having to deal with a fucking transmission issue. So you know what? That shit makes me feel better about my situation. I'm glad I did that. It wasn't really too much of a waste of time. I've read a lot of reviews around these places. People be like, the customer service was great. And then they say nothing about the vehicle after. But everybody who like talks about the vehicle after, they're like, yeah, this shit was fucking breaking down on me. I had to pay like $11,000. And also they sell fucking bullshit scam warranties like all over the fucking place, which I guess is normal for car places. But I mean, it seems pretty prominent around here anyways. Like, dude, these car places can't fucking be trusted, dog. I swear. But yeah, man, I'm just gonna stick with this one. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep praying to Jesus that it goes right, that it goes smooth. Gang shit. I'm just really at the Costco again, bruh. You know, I got that drink up in my cup for real. Damn. They got Dr. Pepper up in here and they had made thrones out of them. That shit's crazy for real. Alright, y'all, I got a couple stouts here. This one's the Sinister. This one is the Graham Final. Basically, these are Imperial Stouts. This one is like 13.7 ABV. And this one's like 14.3 ABV. I'm gonna give these a taste for real. I moved outside so that I can smoke cigs and drink these stouts. My left hand is bigger than this left hand right here, as you can see. Just went back to Costco, got these steak strips, beef jerky shit. About to toss it in the bear vault, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna eat the rest of that trail mix shit for tonight. Them stouts was pretty good. The Graham Final, that one was it was a bit like too watery for me, even though it was like high ABV. It was just like a bit like fizzy, you know what I'm saying? But that Sinister one, that one was nice and thick. I was getting nice hints of all the stuff that I was supposed to be getting hints of. It was aged in a whiskey barrel. I could tell it was aged in something different than a bourbon barrel, like how stouts like usually are, because it was tasting sweeter. I almost thought it was rum for a second, but I was like, nah, this is a rum barrel. And I was getting hints of the dark chocolate. I looked it up and I was right. It was that whiskey barrel with dark chocolate and coffee, and it was smoky oak barrel wood as well. So that was like a really fucking good stout. Gang, just chilled at the library. You know how I get it done. Damn it. Yo, check that out. The moon's way cooler tonight. Dom. Not gonna lie, it was a bit of a less eventful episode this time around, but tomorrow the plan is that I'm going to hike Lake Isabel Trail, and then I'm gonna free disperse camp, and then I'm gonna hit up Mount Blue Lake Trail, hike that, and then the morning, or after that, then I'll head back into town. But yeah, I got some cool shit coming up to do. I just had to sort some shit out, think about some things, plot out some other stuff, you know, get some work done, like the laundromat today, other things that I had to prioritize. But shit, man, it's gonna be, thanks for stopping by and just like, you know what I'm saying, like keeping up with the story of it all. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's just documenting this shit and how it is. But yeah, peace out, gang. Schlick.